And we are live, just like that.
are.
I need to change to the right screen. Here we
Hello.
are. Welcome.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to the first episode of the Double Countout. So,
His audio is coming through.
oh, sweet.
I don't want to begin by, this is going to be awkward for the first one.
It
We're not
is.
used to it. We'll get better with it.
Yeah, so things might be all over the place in that today. Hang on, I'm just going to move your camera slightly over.
Quite all over the place. I mean, I mistimed pouring myself a drink.
They're still learning, folks.
That's all
God
good.
damn it, Cyan.
So I'm just waiting for this thing to load up. They had all the stuff that we were planning on talking about.
Did I just hear it? Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. My notepad
that?
for some reason plays ads.
Oh no.
So
Oh no.
should we start off with obviously introducing ourselves? Kieran, do you want to introduce yourself first?
Well, I'm Kieran. I've been a wrestling fan for how long ago? My math is going to be terrible here. 2020, at least 13 years, I think. 2011.
Yeah, 2011 to 2024 is 13 years.
Yeah,
it just
13
depends.
years.
Just depends when and.
It would have been. It would have been about 12, nearly 13. No, it would have been 13 because it was leading up to WrestleMania 27.
Oh.
I remember watching WrestleMania 27 the day after. Because I remember watching Edge's last match.
That's right. That was 27. That was.
And I remember having. It's weird how long I've watched wrestling for. Thinking about it.
It is.
But I am also British.
So you got into watching wrestling when Miz was WWE champion and The Rock came back.
Yeah. How weird is that? Overall, that we started this podcast and The Rock is back.
Yep.
I started watching wrestling when The Rock came back.
I'm just looking at your layout. Oh, I forgot my ad blocker on my phone.
Oh no. I guess if we're gonna go earliest to wrestling memory, I don't know if we do that or not. But I guess I'll do it just in case we are.
Yeah. Earliest memory sounds good.
It actually wasn't 2011. I became a wrestling quote unquote fan in 2011, where I actually started to watch it. But my earliest one, weirdly, was something in like 2000 and either 9 or 10. That on a Raw with Randy Orton doing something. I think he punted someone.
Was this when he was punting the Nexus members?
Maybe. No, this wouldn't have been 2011. This would have been before that.
Was it 2011?
He punted someone. Because that was during the Punk thing. That was around 2011 time. All I remember is the only reason I think he punted someone is because I actually remember me and my siblings used to pretend to wrestle. Me not knowing it was fake, punted my stepbrother in the head.
Oh.
Caused a slight nosebleed. But
yes, you're not meant to actually hit them full force.
I was like 9 at the time. I didn't know. I felt bad, don't get me wrong. I instantly felt remorse. I cried and said sorry.
Well, I'm glad you felt something. So
see, I'm not the Blackheart Tommaso Ciampa from NXT.
So the question is, do we go down the list of things that we were going to talk about, like with the introduction and that, or do we do like how you've just introduced yourself? Do I introduce myself, then do we go to your favorite wrestler, my favorite wrestler?
Yeah, I think we do the same. I think that was a good fluid transition.
Okay,
This
sweet.
is going to be live and uncut. If you want the cut version,
Yeah, they
more
edit the thing.
streamlined. It gets uploaded in 24 hours to the YouTube, edited by our friendly neighborhood referee.
Yep. And that's in 24
RVD.
hours.
You should start doing that when I say that.
Referee!
Yeah, our friendly neighborhood referee. In 24 hours on the YouTube. It is just at the Double Countout, right?
Yep, youtube.com/@the-double-countout.
Or on Spotify, I assume a little bit later than that.
Yeah, podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/the-double-countout.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have them
Rex has set
committed to
everything
memory.
up. Rex has done basically all of the setting up. I am just here to be a co-host.
Yep. So, introduction to myself. My name is. Well, I go by Rex Lyons. That is not my government name. I will say that now. I got into wrestling in the mid-90s when I was up one night and WCW was on TV. Now,
WCW.
we were months behind in WCW. When I started watching, the NWO were trying to recruit Sting. It's like when Sting would come down from the rafters and everything.
Yeah.
And immediately Sting became my favourite wrestler. I instantly, from there, wanted to get into wrestling. 2009, I created a MySpace account. And I had in my bio how I wanted to get into wrestling training. A wrestling company by the name of New Zealand Wide Professional Wrestling, NZWPW, saying that, and they messaged me about wrestling training.
Oh.
I went to the training camp, really enjoyed it. Then I unfortunately moved away from that area, but where I moved to, I moved in with my cousin and his sister. Sister on his dad's side of the family. I'm related to him on his mum's side. One of her mates came round, and he knocked on the door. He goes to me, asked if she was home, and I said, yeah, she's in the kitchen. He came in, and I'm on my PS3 at the time, and I'm like, hang on, he looks familiar. So I open up the web browser on my PS3, go to the NZWPW roster page, and go to the regional area, because we had wrestlers from like different regions, and there he is on the roster page. Hoax.
Oh, crazy.
So I messaged my mate of mine. I'm like, bro, Hoax is in my kitchen. And then I'm listening, and I hear them talking about me and about the wrestling and that. So I walk into the kitchen, and Hoax turns around and goes to me, so I hear you're part of WPW, because that's what it got called. I'm like, yeah, I signed up before I moved up here. And he goes, if you want, he goes, we do trainings at my place. So I did some trainings at his until I moved back down to where WPW was. Got involved with WPW. Started doing backstage work. I had a brief stint as a commentator. I did security. And then WPW eventually went under, and CPW started. CPW.
CPW, the brand we all know and love.
Capital Pro Wrestling. I really should have worn my CPW shirt today.
You really should have, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing AEW because it's the only wrestling hoodie I have.
And we had a show coming up that was combined with the roller derby show. And the owner of CPW messages me the week before the show. And he goes to me, hey, would you like to be a referee? And I'm like, yep, definitely. So I made my debut at that show, which was the 29th of February. Wow, I can't even say February properly, apparently. Let me try that again.
February.
29th of February, 2020. So this year will be 4 years.
That's incredible. It's been that long.
Yeah, my first show, there was a battle royal. In that show, I got choked out and thrown onto the concrete floor.
Oh no.
I've actually got a clip of that I could even bring up.
You could do.
Give me a second.
Your end.
Who did I send it to most recently?
All I'll say about the concrete, no matter how much training you go through, there's nothing that can train you for landing on pure concrete
Oh, I
and
used to
not
do.
feeling pain.
Oh yeah, I used to do stunt falls.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but still, it will hurt.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it still hurts.
That's what I meant by it. There's no training that can be given that will stop the pain of landing on pure concrete, which...
Yeah, where?
Yeah. You mentioned your favourite wrestler. Now, growing
Sting.
up, as I said, I got into it in 2011. I kind of watched through until the Shield broke through. I don't remember seeing the Shield break through. I think at that point, I think I stopped on a hiatus because I kind of got burnt out with I think at the time, roughly, was the Kane, Zack Ryder, tossing him off the stage in a wheelchair angle.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that.
Yeah, it's iconic now, and it was, as a kid, it was like, oh my god, this monster is destroying a fan favorite, someone that I actually liked, and whose theme song was actually insanely good and catchy. But I kind of got bored of the same old storyline of that after a while, and then, of course, I think CM Punk had been champion for going on a year at that point, because I think Survivor Series was the year. In 2012, and then I stopped watching. Either I watched the show and didn't care enough about, to remember the Shield coming in. But when I came back in early 2015, this would have been right after WrestleMania. I'd heard, things like The Undertaker lost his streak the year before, and I was still slightly interested, but I just stopped watching it because other things came up that I became interested in. And I came back, and instantly, Dean Ambrose just clicked. Fully. Every other wrestler, I was like, they're cool. But Dean Ambrose was the one that I enjoyed watching the most. I don't know if it was the feud with Rollins.
Ambrose / Moxley, definitely in my top 10.
He's my all-time favourite now. And
he is fucking amazing.
I know he gets a lot of hate. I know he gets a lot of hate because he just bleeds everywhere. For me, I've liked him since he was Ambrose, and I have watched his stuff prior to the Ambrose. I watched his CCW stuff. I like parts of it. I've watched
also Hey Pancakes
FCW stuff. Indeed, yeah, Hi Pancakes. I've watched
What is your hat, by the way, Cyan?
It is a Miami Heat hat.
Oh.
NBA basketball team. It's my favourite basketball team on an unrelated note. And I've liked them since about 2011 too.
Fair enough.
Weirdly.
I'm trying to think who's the most recent person that I've sent that clip to that it's not going to take me...
I know you sent it to me it wasn't ages ago, but it wasn't recent, but...
Yeah.
I was with Moxley, or Ambrose at the time. I remember the Rollins feud and being highly invested in it. This was in 2015. It was dying down. I'd missed the main part of that feud, but I kind of the fact that he couldn't get the championship, and then obviously in 2016 he finally did, and the way he did it was just so in character. I liked Ambrose. I always liked Dean Ambrose. Forgot to mention I've been to 2011, 2012. So I did actually go to the 2012 live show, which makes me think I would have been watching when the Shield debuted, but I would have stopped not too long after.
Fair enough.
2015, 16. 18? Yeah, it would have been. Would have been 2018. Or 2017, maybe? It would have been 17, I think. 2017. I've been to 5 live events, and in 2015, obviously, Rollins got injured. Ambrose was meant to be at the show.
Yeah.
That I was going to, but obviously, due to Rollins' knee injury, they had to replace them. And instead of, at the time as a kid, I was like, oh, why replace Ambrose? Why did they have to do that? But I still, I was holding that hope that I would actually see him perform live. Weirdly enough, the most recent and last show I've been to, I guess, because I don't know how I'm going to get to see another one for a long time, is I saw him with the Shield. So I got to see Shield Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and this time Roman wasn't there. Triple H was there.
Oh, that
Part
one.
of the Shield. So I saw Triple H perform in ring as a honorary Shield member.
I remember
I can't remember who they faced. But I also that night high-fived Seth Rollins.
Let's go! I remember the last...
I won't be able to show this clip because of the way I've got the thing.
I can do it. I've just sent it so that I can get it, because I sent it from my phone, so that I can grab it.
Sorry for the tangent, but I kind of wanted to explain why Ambrose
the tangent's all good.
Now Moxley, his debut in AEW, for instance, is one of the greatest in AEW history, hands down.
Oh, give me a second. I'm just...
So, the Moxley, Ambrose, whatever... he's my favorite wrestler. Always has been. Now, always will be. I guess. From the time I've actually taken wrestling seriously.
There we go. For some reason, the why is it? Hang on. So for some reason the there we go. For some reason currently if I move the mouse off OBS we lose
the cameras.
Yeah. So
it will do that.
I can fix that in a minute. So we're gonna have no cameras briefly because I need to create a new source for this.
I'm just a disembodied voice.
Same here. Okay, no, never mind. We won't do that one.
At least on Rex's side.
Will this work?
I am intermittently.
Yep, here we go.
By the way, going to be checking Twitter because the show will be starting in about half an hour for SmackDown. I do believe. I'm gonna make sure my phone is muted.
Sweet.
That if I play, I don't get a copyright. As in, like the for audio. I know it's muted anyway.
So
we do have some.
Kieran.
Chamber. Huh?
I'm about to play a clip from the first show where I got choked out.
Nice. Let's go.
Sweet. So I'll play that now. Sorry about that. I forgot that the person that recorded it kind of There we go. Now I've got the cameras back up.
Alright. I was about to say we have the last 2 men's chamber qualifying matches that take place tonight on SmackDown, if you don't know what they are. Miz versus Logan. And Kevin Owens versus Dom Mysterio.
Oh.
Or Tom and Nick.
Yeah,
as R-Truth would say.
There we go.
I will be keeping an eye on that.
Definitely Tom and Nick.
Yeah. I would. I don't want to take too much more time up about this, but the 2015 live show I went to, I remember meeting someone who cosplayed really well as Bray Wyatt. And getting a photo with them. And I just remember that, and I'm just like, that's so cool. Like, they had... You okay?
Yeah. Went down the wrong way.
I was gonna make a joke if you'd said the other thing.
Hey everyone, I'm
Yeah.
here.
So do you know where that photo is? Or do you...
I think I might, but the problem is, I cannot get it.
Oh, fuck. So you can say if you could find it...
Now, the issue is, I know where it would have been put, but because I'm no longer in contact with that side of the family, I cannot get that photo.
Oh, I get
However,
that.
I will say, it was the cult, obviously it was good, like, proper, they were wearing, like, a red Hawaiian shirt, the hat, they had long hair, like, actual long hair, actual beard, the vest, white trousers, the shoes, and they even had an actual lantern lit or something that I assume they would have gone back right before the show, put in their place, because this was at Butlins in Minehead, which is like a obviously family attraction, so there's like caravans, whatever, that you go inside of, and they put them in there.
Sweet.
But I actually got a photo with that person.
Oh, that would have been so awesome.
It is,
Excuse
especially
me?
now to the fact that obviously, yeah, it's not actually Bray Wyatt, but the way they portrayed it as well.
So good.
It's kind of like, you know. It's cool to think, and the fact that I also saw Bray perform that night against Roman, I do believe.
I can't remember if I've seen Bray.
I saw him on a few occasions.
One thing I do remember is in 2016 when I went to WWE up in Auckland, New Zealand.
Yep.
I took my niece up for her birthday.
Yep.
This is when Big E had that testicle injury.
I remember this because I
Yep.
was at a live event in the UK. Gallows and Anderson came out with a jar.
Yep, and this was like the start of the tour, and it was New Day, you know, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus
Yep.
Gallows and Anderson. Right near the end of the match, all you hear is, "Oh, Auckland! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous tag team champions and feel the power!" as Big E walks out.
Oh, crazy. I don't think that happened with me.
The place erupted.
See, that definitely did not happen when I went. I remember, so the shows that I've gone to, the matches, I remember the main events, I think, were 2012 might be a bit different because I cannot remember too much of that. 2011 was CM Punk versus Del Rio.
Oh.
What I believe to be, yeah, we know Del Rio's it.
I remember that match.
Yeah, that was my first ever thing. It was a WWE Championship match, as they normally do at the house shows. I remember seeing that. That was a, obviously fun experience. I'd also, that night, weird tangent again, almost got John Cena's wristband. It was thrown at us, but the guy in front nabbed it.
Damn.
It was, we had a sign, he saw, he threw it, and the guy in front of us just got it, and we were livid.
You know, I'm an idiot.
Huh?
So I've got to download the VOD after this, right? But you know what I could have done? When I hit start streaming, I could have also hit start recording, and it would also automatically save. But no.
No. No, I'm not recording either because I don't record.
Yeah,
Since I'm overloaded.
I don't either normally, but
Maybe,
you know,
hey, we'll remember for next time.
yeah. So
2012. I'm trying to go through the main events quickly. 2012, I don't remember. 2015 was Roman Reigns, no DQ. 2016 was Seth and Kevin Owens, no DQ. 2017 was Shield, Shield and Triple H versus. Would it have been? No, it wouldn't have been them. I'm trying to think who it would have been. Who were the Shield feuding with?
I cannot remember, but if you give me a second, if I just go here,
because I know it was like, was it Corbin maybe? Would it have been?
Oh, here we go. Triple H joined the Shield during the November 1st, 2017 show. The star-studded team successfully defeated Bray Wyatt, Cesaro, and Sheamus.
That was it. Because there is a spot in that match where Rollins Ambrose will, go to do their patented dive outside the ring. Triple H goes to follow and just walks out the ring normally. Just gets out. He does the run up, stops at the ropes, just gets out normally. It was amazing.
Classic Triple H.
But yeah, that also is. I've seen Bray compete multiple times, and I'm very lucky for that. I also saw Harper on 2 occasions.
Rest in peace, John Huber.
Yep, as well. Those
Rest in
two
peace,
hit me
Wyndham
very hard
Rotunda.
because I grew up watching them.
Yeah, I mean, when I found out that they both died, it was like, holy shit. I mean,
Yeah.
Wyndham's my age.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I think he's like a year older than me.
I don't think I've ever been that sad over a professional wrestler or a celebrity passing away.
Yeah,
But that ruined I'd say, the weekend. That was it was like 3 days of me just being absolutely depressed about it.
There was only one other I can think of that shocked me. And that's because no one knew the circumstances around it at the time, and that was Benoit.
Yeah.
Because, the day it happened, the day you find out.
Yeah. That was, that is a truly tragic.
That whole thing is. But, do we want to talk about the Rumble first, or do we want to, or CPW?
We could do the Rumble. I don't know what happened first, but...
Okay, so the Rumble. The first match for the Rumble was the Women's Royal Rumble, which I believe for the Rumble was both of our favourite match for the night.
Yes, it was.
The return of Naomi.
In entrance number 2.
2, yep.
That was good. I really did think. I don't know. Is Naomi fully back or?
Yeah, she's on the SmackDown roster.
Cool. Good to know because I thought I saw something about her still being on TNA recently.
Because TNA filmed weeks back and it still hadn't aired.
Speaking of TNA, maybe we cover something to do with that in a little bit.
Yep, but another thing with the Women's Rumble, the WWE debut of the TNA Knockouts champion, Jordan Grace, the Juggernaut.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say, absolutely amazing showing. Sure, she got no eliminations, but she didn't need them. She proved she belongs.
In a WWE ring.
Yeah.
At that stage, it's not just a WWE ring, it's a WWE ring on one of the big 4 pay-per-views and possibly the second biggest in a calendar year.
Yeah, I mean, Royal Rumble
there is no time like the Royal Rumble. There is no event like the Royal Rumble. That is why, in my opinion, it is my favourite event.
Same here. I always look forward to the Rumble matches.
And with her entering, it kind of added a you don't know who's going to show up tonight kind of feel.
It opened an entire new roster. Because normally you're thinking current
Which they didn't
WWE
really
superstars.
capitalise on.
No, they didn't.
Other than that.
But yeah,
That sucks. They could have, maybe.
yeah. Because as I was saying, you're normally thinking like current WWE alumni, Hall of Famers, and legends. You know,
The girls are watching Bridgerton.
you're not thinking like TNA superstars.
Yeah.
Bailey winning that. Like
Bailey was the right decision.
Yep. Also, there's a wolf behind.
Hello.
Hello, Wolf.
Show them. Show them. It's over there. It's behind the light. It's behind my thing.
Wait,
No,
what?
oh, here it is. Here.
Ah.
I got this today. Wolf got a 3D printed wolf.
Wolf got a wolf.
Hey!
I got a 3D printed
Let's go.
wolf.
3D print!
And it's posable as well.
Oh, we're popping for that! We are so
Wait,
popping for
wait,
that!
wait.
What?
This wolf's posable too. Ah. Speaking of popping,
I want to pop it.
she also got a pop it.
I want to pop it.
Oh, nice!
One of those pop-it keyrings. So I'm like, alright, I'll let you get back to your podcast.
Before it becomes the What We Got at the Fair podcast.
Don't judge me.
Excuse me. Hang on. But yeah.
So, the Rumble,
Well-
Women's Rumble was, I can't remember who the final two was. Do you remember? How about listed?
Hang on. Let me get the Royal Rumble thing up.
So I think you said you listed the final two and the eliminations and the
Okay.
fastest and whatever eliminations that happened.
Right. Give me a second.
I want to paint it.
Then paint it.
Yay, I will.
Okay, we are going down to the women's. Hang on. Do we still have... No, why is...
Uh-oh.
Every time I open something, it...
The cameras will, yeah, it's something to do with the fact that it's a window capture and it doesn't like it for some reason.
Yeah.
Mine does it. Mine does it too. It's not just your computer. It's something to do with the window.
So
capture.
the women's... Okay, that's... Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong Rumble.
Huh?
For some reason, I clicked 2023 instead of 2024. Here we go.
Oh. Yeah, I believe who was in there for the longest? Was it
So the final two were Bailey and Liv Morgan.
which were two people were basically the favourites for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a toss up.
Nia Jax tied
Got
tied Shayna Baszler and
eliminations.
Bianca Belair for most eliminations at 8.
Yep.
Bailey came close with 7.
Okay.
The longest time in a Rumble, the record going into that, was held by Rhea Ripley. That was broken.
In last year's.
Yep, that was broken by Naomi at 1 hour 2 minutes 18 seconds.
Which is again a really, really strong showing for a return.
And then that was broken by Bailey at 1 hour 3 minutes 3 seconds.
Wow.
The
That's...
the shortest time in the Rumble this year in the Women's Rumble went to Valhalla at 5 seconds.
Is that a record?
I'm not sure if it's a record for shortest time in a Women's Rumble. I don't know
Oh
that...
would it have been Chelsea Green?
I think Chelsea was like 10 seconds.
No, it's in like a few years ago, wasn't it?
Give me that's what I mean. Give me a second. Was that last year's?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
They said it was like she outlasted it this year, and she wasn't in there very long.
Yeah, okay, Women's Rumble, where was Chelsea? Chelsea Green. No, Chelsea it ties Chelsea at 5 seconds.
Oh no!
And Rhea's record last year was 1 hour, 1 minute, and 8 seconds.
And that was broken by 2 minutes.
It beat Liv Morgan. Guess what Liv Morgan's was last year?
What?
1 hour, 1 minute, 7 seconds.
Holy. That was, weren't they the final two?
They were, excuse me, but...
They went for the first two, and were they the first two?
They were? Why is this doing this
Makes
again?
sense.
Sorry. Apparently if I open anything else, it closes. There we go. But yeah, also, hey Royce, welcome in. I'm going to open up stuff on my phone, that way it's not going to get rid of.
Yep.
So,
The Rock has arrived at SmackDown.
So, what did you rate the Women's Royal Rumble match?
I cannot remember.
I mean, I can...
Was it a...
I think you rated it because our ratings were out of 5 each. I believe yours was 3 and mine was 3.5.
Yeah, it would have been, because I think we were both...
So...
I said I didn't... I think we enjoyed it, but I don't remember... Yeah.
But, by the way, how are you, Royce? So, for those that don't know, the way we're rating things is we both have a rating... We're both rating between 1 and 5. And then that combined score is out of 10. So, for the Women's Rumble, I said 3.5. Kieran said 3. So, that is a 6.5 out of 10.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna scroll up on my phone so that I can pull up. Okay. What I'm gonna do?
My bag of nuts. My bag of macadamia nuts.
I pinned one. I pinned one for a later segment.
I
Pinned it. I pinned it to the chat for the 3.
Sweet, I've got the Rumble on my phone.
I'm just trying to get it. Because it was, what was the date of the the Rumble?
I can't. I just went Wikipedia, just Royal Rumble 2024 wiki.
Oh no! I rated the women's Rumble a 4, not a 4.5. You rated it a 4.5.
Ah, 4.5. That's right. So you've got them. Sweet. So 4.5 and 4. That's what, 8.5 out of 10.
Yes, it is indeed.
Okay. Next. So anything else in that match that we want to talk about?
Wasn't there a there was a spot, wasn't there? I think that the Kyrie spot where she tried, was that botched?
It's hard to tell because Asuka got eliminated straight after. At least they were.
It look like...
Yeah, unless they were both meant to get eliminated at the same time. And when Kyrie's feet hit the floor, they called an audible and just eliminated Asuka.
Yeah.
It could have been that they got Kyrie back up, and then they both got knocked down at the same time.
Maybe.
But I think the aftermath of that women's Royal Rumble, with Bayley winning
you mean on the show's proceeding?
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah, that is looking, that promo that Bayley cut, speaking in Japanese.
Sorry, I
very
just
good.
realised that these aren't even, so I'm just... There we go. Yeah, that promo was amazing.
It was, and I'd set up a really good Mania match. Hopefully, Bayley can win it. I think that would be, Bayley winning the main event. It's not really the main event, is it? Because
Bayley deserves to win it.
Yeah.
Also,
Bayley winning that match But my pitch, I guess, for that match at Mania, Dakota helps Bailey. Dakota's going to be the only one that helps Bailey.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't turn Dakota heel.
Uh-huh.
Because, that's going to be great. And then we can have a feud with Bailey and Dakota, even if they get another person to join them. Bailey, Dakota, and who could join them against...
Tegan?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
You can regroup that. They have history.
Yep, against Io and the Kabuki Warriors.
Exactly. And you can make that build for Mania, SummerSlam.
That would be amazing.
Big blow off. Where it's like it's constantly 2v, a 3v2 sort of situation where they have 2v2 matches, but the other one always gets involved and they've had enough.
Yeah, build that up and then Tegan
goes, I've had enough. I know someone that would be willing to help us.
Yep.
But I guess moving on, if you've not got anything more to say about the women's match.
Not that I can think of. So if we move on to the
Fatal 4.
Yep, Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman.
The Undisputed Championship.
There we go. Your microphone was going weird for a second, but it's gone right.
It was?
Yeah.
The Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship.
Yep, that's
Roman Reigns versus LA Knight versus
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
Versus Randy Orton. Versus Randall Keith.
Yep. What did we rate that match? Actually, no. We'll wait till we've discussed it before we reveal the rating. Yeah.
I don't remember much of this match.
Give me a second. I'm going to create a. Actually, no. We won't need that. So what?
I don't remember much of this match.
Neither, unfortunately. What I do remember is how close one of the pinfalls was, and all the bodies getting stacked.
Yeah.
Was it Solo? Was it Solo?
Cool RKO?
Yes.
Cool RKO?
I think the RKO counter from the spear, what he did on SmackDown, I think he did.
That was very, very good.
That's the only problem with having to do the podcast like 2-3 weeks after the Rumble.
Yeah, I think this is definitely for the Chamber. We'll review at least part of it. Like, not really. I mean, we could go more in depth in matches after the Chamber, maybe.
Yeah, because we're going to be doing.
And that'll be fresh.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, we will be streaming our reactions to the Elimination Chamber during the podcast. It will, next week. It will only be live on. Yeah, it'll only be live on Kieran's channel, twitch.tv/unstable because I will be at my place and I can't do the podcast stuff from my place. I'm currently at Wolf's. So you'll have me on a video call from my phone. But we will be reacting live and discussing things in the chamber. But yeah, the Fatal 4-Way, there's not really much else I can remember on it. It was a good match, I will admit that.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think there was really, other than that RKO that just sprung out at me there was no outstanding spot that...
There was another I can't remember, and we thought it was over.
It was a... What's the phrase? Is it checkbook?
I can't think.
It was just a run-of-the-mill Roman match. Typical Roman match, I guess.
Roman's about to get pinned.
Roman's always going to come out on top because they're building towards something else.
Yeah, that's saying was it. Roman's about to get pinned. The referee goes 1, 2, and in this case, it was the referee gets pulled out of the ring. Was it Solo or Jimmy who pulled him out?
I think it was Jimmy. Because I think Solo ran through the barrier. I can't remember when. I think... Yeah. honestly, like, the match wasn't overall bad. It was just a run of the mill.
Yeah. Just a Roman Reigns match.
Exactly, yeah. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just, it was predictable because Roman isn't going to lose it at the Rumble. If he's going to lose it, he's going to lose it at a WrestleMania.
We have a situation. There's no nutcracker for my nuts.
Oh. So,
That's a sentence.
So yeah, what did we rate that match? Because there's not really much else to talk on that match.
We rated it, both of us, a 3.5 out of 5.
So that's a 7 out of 10. So it must have been a good match.
It was a good match. I remember enjoying it, but I also don't remember much of it, which again leads to it being a Roman Reigns match.
Yep. I mean, do we even talk about the Logan Paul Kevin Owens match? That was definitely.
I mean, it was just a typical Logan. I guess
mean,
it was like a Roman Reigns match without Roman Reigns in it.
Don't get me wrong. Logan is talented as a wrestler.
I will agree with that. He
But-
has earned my respect in that regard.
Same here. But there was nothing in that match that made me pop.
That stood out.
You know, made me like sit at the edge of my seat and be like, "What?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Like normally with Logan, there is a single spot in a match that makes you go, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, like, oh my god, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, we're allowed to swear? Cool.
wait, did you not know we were allowed to swear?
We're just swearing on the pod.
Do you think I could go an entire podcast without fucking swearing?
Oh.
Hi, folks. I'm Rex Lyons. And apparently I don't swear.
He swears a sailor.
Well, a British person and a Kiwi not swearing is unheard of. I should have known.
Yeah. By the way,
But
we don't class shit as a swear word here. It shows up in PG programs.
Can I go to New Zealand? Because that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm kidding.
So yeah, I cannot
Yeah.
remember anything in that match. All I remember is I
Neither-
rated it like a 1.5.
Actually, you rated it lower than that. You rated it a 1 out of 5.
Oh, 1 out of 5.
Yeah. Now, I think
What
before
did?
we say anything,
Wait, what did you rate it?
we both rated it a 1.
Oh, so that match is a 2 out of 10.
I wish I'd rated it a 0.5. I think the issue with it was predictable who was gonna win.
Not only that, like we said, there was nothing major, no spots that made
Like
us.
that was one of the things, right? It being predictable and then it being fucking boring just did not help it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Wolf's legs, the camera. That's
Don't judge my leg.
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 So obviously, you know, I'm gonna edit parts out. Do I keep this in or edit it out? Just leg.
Gonna laugh.
Leg. Hey, reject, welcome in. How you doing?
You just wait. Is that the main reject?
Yep. Main reject.
Hello. It's
Um,
been a while since I've seen you around.
There is. So normally I have a clip player that plays clips when I shut someone out. Obviously, I don't have it on this layout. Just because I don't want a clip playing while we're doing our podcast. But if you guys aren't following Main Reject, go give him a follow. Amazing person, amazing streamer.
Indeed.
Um,
I think with the Logan match in particular, it's just it wasn't a fun match to watch. It was kind of just two guys. I mean, you say it sounds better when you say it. Two guys hitting each other in the face, see who knocks each other out first. It was more of a boxing match than a wrestling match for me.
yeah, So,
And I don't watch wrestling to watch boxing-esque matches.
but before we go to the men's Royal Rumble match, I am going to ask for the viewers if they watched the Royal Rumble. If you comment what your favourite match was. Comment
Indeed.
what you liked, what you liked about the match. If you're watching it live on Twitch, we can respond to what you thought. If you're watching it on YouTube, we'll probably reply to your comments.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you're listening on Spotify, I don't know, but we can comment on what you... Yeah, if you're listening on Spotify and want to comment, youtube.com/at the Double Countout.
Or twitch.tv/Rex Lions or twitch.tv/Unstable as I am. You choose.
Yep. So shall we?
I want to say with the men's rumble, I think we were harsh. I'm not going to say much more, but I think we were harsh, and I think I would be willing to up something. Up the rating is all I will say.
What do you want to up the rating to?
I will wait until we've spoken about it and we've given the original rating.
Okay.
But yeah, the men's rumble match. I think the reason we rated it so low. I mean, we could tell the rating now, the original one. If we're probably gonna change it anyway.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see who lasted the longest.
I don't know. Was it Gunther?
Yep, Gunther lasted the longest at 15 minutes and 55 seconds.
He's next year's winner. In this my prediction, he's next year's winner.
Sweet. Now I'm trying to see who was eliminated the fastest. Okay. Do we count Pat McAfee's elimination since it was himself?
Yeah, if that's what the thing
Oh,
is.
Nope, sorry, nope, there was one quicker. It was straight after him. So, the shortest time in the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble goes to old bobblehead himself, JD McDonough.
Oh.
At 3 seconds.
That's gonna be very close to the record. No, it isn't. 1 second.
Yeah, 1.9 seconds is the record.
I mean, that's somewhat close if you think about it.
Oh my god.
Huh?
So, most eliminations goes to both Bron Breakker and Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
At 4 each.
I will say, although the men's rumble had very little surprises, which is my main issue, we didn't really have that much go on in it. You know, after the women's match, I think me and you both were expecting a TNA.
Yeah.
Someone under TNA contract to show up.
I was hoping for someone like Moose. You know, we have the Knockouts champion. Yeah. Let's bring in the TNA champion.
And just, yeah. Or whoever. And we didn't get that. But, Bron Breakker coming in, obviously in place of the, I guess, disgraced, Brock Lesnar, which would lead, which I think is why what happened with Braun happened, i.e. Dom eliminating. Yep. But Braun had a really good showing, and I guess Braun, I think after Mania, will be on the main roster as a permanent fixture.
I reckon once he and Baron Corbin lose the NXT Tag Team Championships, he'll be a permanent fixture on either Raw or SmackDown.
So.
Sorry, my brain was.
I think SmackDown would be a better fit. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain messed up. I was meant to say Raw or SmackDown. I almost said Small or Rackdown.
Hold on a minute. I just need to quickly BRB.
Sweet as. I will see when you get back. But hopefully everyone is enjoying the first episode of the Double Countout. After this, we'll probably talk some about CPW and something that happened at the show, not last weekend, but the weekend before. And then we'll also talk about NXT Vengeance Day, the upcoming Elimination Chamber, and just basically whatever else happens. Why am I leaning back like that? I'm also going to ask Madam over there a question when it comes to time and get her input.
What?
I'm going to ask you something soon.
Oh no.
Yep. It's to do with the CPW show.
Oh?
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. I was just saying, what else we're going to talk about. So after we finish talking about the Rumble, before we go to Vengeance Day, we'll talk CPW.
Uh-huh.
Sweet. So, what else in the Rumble do we?
I got some gum.
What else in the Rumble do we want to talk about?
I mean the winner, and the fact that Punk
Yep.
got hurt.
Yeah, Punk tore his tricep. Now, what I want to know is, was Cody originally meant to win it? Because the whole thing with Cody after winning it seemed to be all over the place. I'm thinking, did they call an audible? Because Punk told the referee he was hurt. Referee would have relayed that message back, would have got in the air, you know?
I reckon Cody was always the one.
You reckon? I mean, that is possible as well, because let's be honest.
Just simply because of the line, which I guess you could say is an audible, and Punk is probably good enough to do this. I didn't come back to lose to Dusty's son or something.
Also, how often no one has won back-to-back Royal Rumbles in this many years. Can Cody be the one to do it?
Maybe.
Yeah, so looking at that, it was definitely planned. But they were so far away with
their booking.
Sorry, I'm confused. By the way, while we have been sitting here for the last hour and a half, because time while we were talking and setting up and that, apparently I have hit my step goal of 7,000 steps. What? Go home, you're drunk. Oh, yeah.
Go drunk, go home?
Watch your home, go drunk. Oh, yeah, if you can see it. My watch face? It's the
I can't.
Bray Wyatt symbol.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Wyndham.
Yep, I'm just taking the watch off because...
I guess with the Rumble, I remember originally saying it was the wrong decision, but after learning that Punk got hurt and realizing what they're trying to do, and then it's still possible for Punk Rollins if Punk hadn't got hurt. Also, the fact they could make Punk go after Cody eventually and say, "You cost me this."
Especially if Cody wins the championship. Turn Punk heel when he gets back. Because if
you can have him feud with Rollins, and you can have him feud with Cody.
Exactly. So, what were our original rankings?
It was I believe a 1.5.
Was that from you?
Out of 5. Huh?
I'm willing to raise mine looking back at the Rumble and everything that did happen. to a 3. Because
I would say
to me, nothing,
about the same.
nothing major, nothing, nothing like getting us out of our seats major. But it wasn't as bad as when we looked at it then, because we went in biased.
Just a bit like, I think what we were doing is I think we're expecting too much, looking back of like returns and debuts and because of the women's match.
Yeah, but looking at it now, yep, I'm 3 out of 5.
Me, yeah. I was
6.
going to say about
So 6 out of 10.
Yep.
Sweet. So do we? Hang on.
See, this is the best part of watching this podcast live.
So
you get it all uncut, all the ums, ahs, and all that in between. You get to see it happen.
So what was our first match total rating?
Huh? It was at what for the Rumble?
Yeah, for the Women's Rumble.
It was an 8.5.
Okay, second match.
7. Oh no, yeah, it was a 7.
And 2 for the third match.
Yeah, and then it would have been a 6.
And a 6. 23.5 out of 40 for the Royal Rumble overall.
Oh, nice.
That Logan Paul Kevin Owens match really brought it down.
Yep.
Yeah, because we just not fans of that match.
That back, no?
I mean, I'm excited to see them run it back if they can do better. We know both competitors are capable of better.
Yep.
I mean, and if anyone enjoyed that match and that's fine. Let us know what you would have rated that match.
This is it's all our opinion after all. Like,
it's not the be all end all.
Can I make the analogy? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
Yes. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. And lots of them are full of shit.
Let's go. That is true. Lots of them are full of shit.
So.
Especially the wrong ones.
So CPW.
CPW. Capital Pro Wrestling.
Before I talk about what happened at the last show with me, anything you want to ask?
To do with CPW?
Yeah, like my tenure as a referee.
What is the best match you've reffed?
The best match I've reffed would probably have to be Horace versus ACJ at CPW Aftermath last year, which was an R18 show. It was like 2 hours after our biggest show of the year, Capital Carnage. Horace won the vacated title at Capital Carnage in a triple threat match, and then later that night he put it on the line against ACJ in a no disqualification match.
Oh, heck.
That was the first no DQ match I have ever reffed.
Yep.
Going out there, I did not know that it was a no DQ match until it was announced as.
Oh.
Basically, when the announcer turned around and said, and it is no disqualification, I'm just like thinking, what? Okay, that makes my job a bit easier. I don't have to worry about 5 counts and disqualifications or anything like that. Also, it led to some amazing spots. ACJ...
Have I seen this match?
I cannot remember. It's the one, if you've seen it, it's the one where ACJ put his beanie on me. Because it was cold.
The start?
Yeah, at the start of the match, and I kept the beanie
Yeah,
on the entire match.
You showed me.
Yeah,
Because
AC.
it's the one where I'm trying to think of one of the spots that they did.
They start off on the chairs just doing chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, ACJ throws a coffee table.
You showed me that. Eh?
The match ends with Horace grabbing a gusset blade. Now, for those that don't know what gusset blades are, they are used to basically... They're used in building to, like, join things. If you look at, like, wood frames and that, the metal plates that they've got on them...
Yep.
Yeah, those. He walks around to show the crowd. Someone called it fake. He handed it to them. They pricked themselves on it and realised that, oh, that is actually sharp.
Yep.
He gets back in the ring and he asks, who wants to see me smash this gusset blade into his fucking head? Puts the gusset blade on ACJ's head.
Yep.
Gets ready like he's about to strike to like smash it into his head. Takes it off ACJ's head. Puts it on his own head. And then headbutts ACJ. Causing himself to bleed. Now that
These
was...
professional wrestlers are just born
Yeah.
insane.
Horace, by the way, the current CPW champion,
Yep.
is ranked 330 in the PWI top 500.
Which is insane. I
Wait.
have seen, obviously I've seen the in-ring work, very good performer.
Yep, he's also wrestled over in the UK.
What, any promotions? in
I'm not
particular?
sure, but I remember hearing him talk about it. But speaking of...
Maybe, that'd be a really cool thing to find out.
If you get the chance, by the way, okay, if anyone in the UK gets the chance to go watch a live wrestling show, and there is a guy wrestling by the name of Niwa, Niwa, all caps, go watch him. He is from New Zealand. He is an amazing talent.
I will definitely keep my eyes peeled.
Sweet.
CPW, I'm thinking of any other questions. Do you know what? Seeing as this is the debut episode, when was the first time, if you ever have had to, issue a double count out?
The first time I did a double count out was in a match between Ray Gunn of the Gun Cabinet and Tim Warren, who at the time was affiliated with a stable called Church and State. Now, Ray and Tim have never got along. So, you know, they don't much. They end up outside the ring. I start the count. They don't get back in. First ever double count out. They continue brawling outside, you know, they continue brawling out of the building and that. I follow them outside. And to put it this way, this was like the second or third match of the night. There was like 2 more matches, I think, before intermission. People come outside at intermission and they're still brawling. Yeah, that was the first... I've only ever had to issue a double count out in 2 matches.
Good question then.
Yeah, the other match was the most recent CPW show. The match was Dusty Bridges, who is in a stable called Rough, Tough and Jacked. Tim Warren, who I mentioned before. He betrayed... He left Church and State to join Rough, Tough and Jacked.
Okay.
Dusty Bridges' opponent was Tyler Ernst, who's a member of the Young Nats, which the Young Nats are part of Church and State. They ended up out of the ring multiple times in the match, getting in before the 10 count, because first couple of times to do the 10 count, you know, bit lenient in that by telling them to get back in the ring and that. Third time, it's like, no, you guys have been told enough. This is a straight 1 to 10 count with, you know, it's not a like 4. Hurry up, get back in the ring. 5, 6. Guys, get back in the ring before I count you out. It's a straight 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. Ring the bell. When they heard the bell ring, they looked at me, and I just looked at them and went, "You didn't get in the ring before 10. Double count out." They looked at me, looked at each other, blamed each other, and started attacking each other. And like they were like beating, like on their way backstage, just like punching each other, kicking, like throwing each, trying to throw the other person into things. But any other questions, or should I talk about what happened?
This kind of related to the previous. How did the crowd react to the double count out? I assume they boo.
Sometimes
the match continue.
Yeah, the crowd a lot of times, they don't like a double count out because, like you said, they want the match to continue. But
they just want to see two men slapping meat.
Yeah, I've never had them blame me and that, how fans be like, "Oh, ref, you should have let them,
Like, this ref sucks.
Yeah,
this ref sucks.
It's more
You
like,
ref. Fuck you.
exactly, it's more like, you guys should have got back in the ring.
Yeah.
But speaking of this ref sucks chants, I have only had one this ref sucks chant. And it really confused me because it was the second match of the night I was reffing at the event we were at. The first match I reffed that night was literally the bell rung, the guy clotheslined his opponent, picked him up, threw him into the ropes, hit him with his finisher, turned him over and put him in a camel clutch. And the guy passed out. Is that long enough to form an opinion on a referee and go, "This ref sucks"?
Haters gonna hate.
I'm just like I didn't like when I got backstage, I'm just like, when they were saying that after that match. Although in that match, my legs did give out at me at one point, and I fell backwards, luckily into a turnbuckle, because for that place, the ring is actually elevated higher than normal. And if I'd fallen through the ropes and fallen down, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. So, any other questions? Should I tell the story while you think of a question?
I think you should tell the story.
Okay, so, not
finish the story.
Whoa! So, not last weekend, but the weekend before, we had Capital Pro Wrestling Waitangi Warfare at the Moera Hall in Lower Hutt, New Zealand. So, for the first time ever, I am booked to ref the entire first half of the show. ACJ versus Ryan Zero. The Graceful Hazards versus the Alphas of Auckland. And Dusty Bridges versus Tyler Ernst. Going into the first match, right? So the first match starts, everything's going well, doing what I'm supposed to do, tell him to get out of the corner, 5 counts, get them off the ropes and all that, and then one of them goes for a pinfall. I go down for the pinfall, and all I hear is a massive rip. So I count the 1, 2, it's a kick out. I get back up and I'm thinking, oh shit, my pants are ripped. What the fuck am I going to do? How is this going to work? I continue to ref the match, doing my calls and that as I'm supposed to. If they're outside the ring, starting the 10 count, trying the pinfall attempts, all while trying to make sure that the crowd can't see that my pants are ripped or that, or see my underwear or anything like that. We finish the match. I get out the ring. As I get out the ring, Ryan Zero starts getting attacked by a guy wearing a trip hazard mask. So, I'm outside the ring yelling at him to stop in that. He takes off the mask, and underneath the mask he's got another mask. Because it was the superhero Jay Marshall.
Oh.
Who is a member of the gun cabinet. Now, Ryan Zero was part of the gun cabinet before he got excommunicated.
Excommunicado.
So, Jay's attacking Ryan and that. He grabs a chair, starts hitting him with the chair. I finally get back in the ring. As I'm getting in the ring at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, is anyone going to see anything as I get back in the ring? Completely, freaking internally. And that I tell Jay to get out of the ring and that. Basically, my authority. He gets out in that. Ryan's trying to get out of the ring. I'm trying to get out without flashing the crowd. I mean, they were only seeing my boxes, not my junk, thankfully. And Ryan yells at me because he needs my help. So I give him a hand in that. I get backstage before I have to go back out for the next match. I see the promoter. I tell Ryan why it took me longer to get out of the ring. I see the promoter, tell him, hey, I ripped my pants, and he told me the other referee wasn't there yet because that and that I would have to do the next match if and if the ref's there by the third match, the ref could take that match over. The referee wasn't available until after the third match.
Oh.
By the way, I'm just going to message you something, by the way, Cyan.
Okay.
I think that's... So my camera's just gone briefly, I think. That's all good.
All good? I can just, I can see it.
There we go. Just sent you a message. Oh, sweet, camera's still working.
Yep.
So of course, freaking internally, the last match happens. It's intermission. I go backstage. Freaking, I change back. Yes, in the background of Kieran's, Royce is just asking about the Michael Myers mask.
Yep, that is indeed. Halloween ends. I have another one. I could, if Rex reminds me by the end of this podcast, I could run up and grab the other one that I own.
Sweet. Can you see my chat, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Would you like me to be able to?
If you can, I've got yours as well. That way I don't need to read out any messages.
I have to load it up on my phone. That's low battery. Is all.
Yeah. Well, Royce says nice, but yeah, as I was saying, I get backstage. I change into I change out of my referee gear because I'm done refereeing for the night, and I look at pants. Now, give me a second. Sorry if the camera's gone off again. But I think Kieran knows what I'm doing here.
Yep, I do believe I do.
Hey?
Hmm.
I already have it saved, so I don't need to save it. So give me a second. Okay, here we go. Add image. It was this one, right? Why is it so freaking big? Allow me to resize this image.
That's what she said. Why is it so big? Oh, I'm immature. I apologize.
I don't worry, I would have
You
made the
don't
same.
meant to fully agree with that.
So, yeah, there's the rip in my pants. I ripped it across all 4 seams under the leg. And, yeah, after the show, I had a fan come up to me and tell me that he heard them rip.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
crazy.
yeah, because he said to me like how he hadn't seen me at the at the Palmerston North show, which was CPW 50, celebrating 50 CPW shows. I said, I was unable to make that show.
Yep.
And he turned around and he goes, I heard your pants ripped, by the way, in that first match. And I'm like, because my pants ripped on one side of the ring, he was on the other side.
Oh, damn.
So I was just like, also, why am I using, things out of camera view? I was like, he's on one side, I was on one side, he was on the other side.
Yep.
But yeah, I felt
that's,
that I didn't do my best reffing at that show because
uh-huh.
I was so distracted by my pants. But honey, damn it, she's got. I said to you I was going to.
Oh yeah, what do you want to ask?
So, I just told the story about my pants and that.
Oh, your little incident you had during your first match.
Yeah. Do you want? So from the crowd and that, could you tell something was up?
I could not. There was a lot going on, but I did not realize that this man had simultaneously ripped all 4 seams of his pants in the first match.
I tried to hide,
He
like
did
not.
it really well.
I tried not turning my back to like where the fans were, because there's one area where there are no fans. I've tried to be facing that way most of the time, because I didn't know if that rip went up my backside.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nah, from where I
Yeah.
was, and I was semi close to the ring. Couldn't really see anything. But there was a lot going on, so I think that also really did cover it. So, yeah.
Yeah, talk about
Did
an
Wolf hear it?
embarrassing moment. So what
Did
was?
Wolf hear it?
At least
No,
it's not as
did you
there
hear?
as...
Did you hear the rip?
No.
Oh no, she has. She had earplugs in
I've got special earplugs now. I've got loop earplugs.
because the
So-
show
I
gets
was gonna
so
say,
loud.
It
how
gets
did the other person
overstimulating
hear
for
that
me.
then? But then that
Yeah.
explains it.
Well, at least it's not
one
as
show,
embarrassing
random
as
story, I do have
when we
one last
had the
question
Capital
regarding
Carnage last
CPW.
year, and we had no protection, and we both got windburned.
Oh yeah.
We got windburned so
Can you
bad.
grab me something to munch on?
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Sorry, my stomach's telling me I need something to munch on. But yeah, the whole thing, freaking, just how I felt in that when it happened, and just being like, oh shit.
Yep.
How do I hide this from the fans? Which apparently I did quite well.
Yeah.
And then I'm so glad I didn't have to go out into the crowd.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine if it was like a Falls Count Anywhere match or something like that, and having to go out in the crowd.
Yep.
But yeah, what was your other question?
I guess there's 2. I don't know if I assume we're gonna have New Zealand listeners. When is CPW's next show?
The next show for CPW is March Madness on the 2nd of March. That is at the Treadwell Hall in Nainai, Lower Hutt, New Zealand. Give me a minute, and I'm going to see what matches have been announced.
Okay. And then the next question is regarding of course, CPW as well, but I will wait for you
Oh, thank you, honey.
Breeze.
Basically, I'm seeing what matches have a match graphic up, and I will save those graphics and
pop them up, baby.
yeah.
In post.
Where's the wolf?
I mean, I can pop them up now too.
I'm gonna show Mama Wolf.
You could do.
Okay. No, it doesn't look like any matches are up, but there is this that I can put up. Give me a second to just bring our cameras back. And image. Okay, browse. Okay, there we go. CPW March Madness, Live Pro Wrestling, Saturday 2nd of March. So, who's on? So going across from left to right on the poster, and who's on the poster? First with the first in the blue with the red hat and the blonde wig. Yes, that's a wig. He's actually bald. That is Sir Mr. Burns.
Excellent.
Next to him, with the long hair, is the current Legacy Cup holder, who plans to cash the Legacy Cup in at what's the show called? Capital Carnage, which is our biggest show of the year. He wants to cash it in then for a spot in the Isolation Chamber match. That is ACJ. In the middle is one half of the first ever CPW Tag Team Champions. That is Dan Martins. Next to him is Jitters the Clown. And right at the other end, we have the current CPW champion, Horace.
Yep.
And what was your other question, by the way?
My other question is, where can you find the CPW socials?
Okay, so you
Might
can
as well promote them.
So you can find CPW on Facebook. Just search Capital Pro Wrestling New Zealand. Their Twitter. Actually, I've just done this again, and there we go. Their Twitter, or X if you want to call it, I believe is at Capital of NZ. YouTube is Capital Pro Wrestling NZ. Instagram is... Hang on, where is Instagram on my phone? That moment when you can't find frickin' things you're looking for. Instagram. Come on, is this... Okay. Capital Pro Wrestling NZ. No spaces. Just all one. That's all I can think of at the moment for their...
The only other one is merchandise, if anyone is ever interested in getting merchandise for any of their favourite wrestlers, or just a promotion in general.
Merchandise, I'm not sure if we've got a merchandise page up yet. Normally it's just at events that merchandise is sold.
Okay.
Like I've said, like how you want some CPW merchandise, I can get that sent to you. I suppose if anyone wants some merchandise, if you watch CPW stuff and you're like, hey, I want some of this stuff, just, let me know, and I will see what can be done.
That's basically it.
Sorry.
Good food?
Hang on. I'm just turning my camera off for a second. Just
Yep.
while I eat.
Your camera's still on my end. Who cares? I'm keeping this in. You've got to keep this in. Oh, no, stop it. They look too good.
Fine, I'll put mine on. Shrewsbury's. Hang on.
So good.
I figured out how to get this to you. So we've got the star hearts.
Yeah, do you know what they remind me of? Jammy Dodgers.
Oh, we can get those from the international aisles here. I don't know if I've had them.
They're very good. They're basically, they've got jam in, like, they're biscuits like that. They've got, the shape of like a heart, and they just have jam in the middle. In between like two biscuits. They're really good. I have one piece of popcorn left. One piece. Never mind, I got two. I could, but I don't want to.
I was going to say, all this time Luffy's been looking for the One Piece. You've got the One Piece.
Hey, I guess the next thing is Vengeance Day, right?
Vengeance Day, or do we want to talk about Sting?
I think Vengeance Day.
Sweet.
I can pull up, I'll have to pull up our ratings quickly,
Yep.
more than likely.
Allow
I
me
pinned it.
to pull up.
Okay, I got the ratings. Should I list the first match of what it was?
Hang on a sec. NXT. Yeah, what was the first match?
It was the Wolf Dogs versus Trick Mellow Gang. The tag match. The Dusty the Dusty Cup, right?
Dusty Cup final.
Yep. I believe this was a fun match to watch.
It was. By memory, it was
Again,
quite
my
an
memory,
enjoyable match.
This isn't just me saying I didn't enjoy the match. My memory is just worse than a goldfish when it comes to this, it being this, like that, it being that far back, but I don't think lately NXT has had that bad a,
No.
NXT is known for putting on really good matches.
And it was like we hadn't really watched much NXT stuff. So it was like our
But we
introduction.
didn't need to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I always tend to watch the takeovers, but I don't watch the weekly. Because I don't really watch any of the weeklies at the moment, because I have no way of doing it. I think the only, weekly show I can watch, per se, is probably AEW Dynamite, because it's on, I believe, ITV over here. If it is still that, the day after. Or like a couple days after.
Yeah, see, I
And that's
used to
only
be.
because it's preview.
I used to be able to watch them on Sky Go on my phone because I was logged into
Yeah.
Mum's Sky account. And for some reason now, it's saying that it's not subscribed, even though it is.
Oh,
So it stopped me from watching them.
have Sky done what Netflix has done? The shared household thing.
I doubt it.
Because that's gonna. That's a.
But
Yes. Going back to the pay-per-view, what did you think of that first match?
that first match was really well done. Some of those tag team moves and that. Going in.
Yep.
Knowing that Carmelo was. Sorry, no, not Carmelo. That Trick Williams was facing Ilya Dragunov at the end of the night. I was, it was quite a satisfying match. Like, you knew that it wasn't going to be too out there and that they weren't going to do stuff that would have put Trick into much danger.
Yep.
Baron finally winning the Dusty Cup. Because was it the first one he entered? And he came so close. And
cannot remember.
got second in that one. Also, Baron and Bron as a team. Whoa!
Yeah. It's insane.
Well done to whoever decided to put them together.
Yep. As I said, I don't really remember too much from it. That's just due to my memory being appalling. But I mean, I don't think I remember really anything from it. But I just remember thinking it was a good match. Overall, my headphone just came out. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it, we can get into our ratings.
Yep. Can you remind me what I rated it?
All right. So what we did is we did our average rating rather than. I don't think I can jump to your message. Give me 1 sec.
Because we rated them out of 5.
Okay, yeah, we did. Because we were not in a call during the show. We decided to opt to message.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of messages. So...
I remember what we rated the no DQ match in the main event. Well, what I rated them.
Yeah, I do remember it. Okay. Alright, so I don't think I rated it until a little bit later, but you said Wolf Dogs vs. Valor would be a 3.75 out of 5.
Okay.
Apparently there were a lot of botch moves according to you.
I'd have to watch the match again to remember what they were. I think there was a couple of things I looked at.
In your rating, Wolf Dogs vs. Mallow and Hayes, 3.75 out of 5, took points off for the mistakes and botch moves. So, I would assume there were botches or mistakes made in that match.
Yeah, I think things that just didn't look. I mean, yeah,
significant enough for you to dock points, and common enough for you to dock points.
Yeah.
Because one mistake can be okay, but if it keeps happening, then
it also depends on like what the botch is and how noticeable it is.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch the match to see what the botch was.
I think you asked me a little bit later. I believe I rated it a 3.
Sweet. So for that match, it was a 6.75.
No, it was a 6.25 apparently. Is what I've got here.
If you rated a 3 and I rated 3.75, I might have calculated something wrong.
I think you got it wrong.
Okay.
Because it says here, so ratings are Wolf Dogs vs. Trick Mellow Gang is 6.25 out of 10.
It should be 6.75 out of 10.
Okay, so 7.5. It does say 2.5 on my screen.
Okay.
I'm just reading it off of the screen.
Sweet, so...
The second match was one of our personal favourites of the night. Dijak versus Gacy.
Oh, that match was insane.
It was actually the amount of... I guess the story they're trying to tell, and also the fact that
hang on.
It was just that shit insane.
You rated it the same as me, right?
Yeah, we both rated it the exact same.
Yeah,
we won't.
Because
I won't give the rating yet, but
yeah, I'm doing calculations for totals.
That they're going with that Gacy will laugh and smile throughout pain that Dijak is giving him, and it's pissing Dijak off.
Yeah.
Love that story.
Basically, every time Gacy got hit with something, he just looked to him and was just like,
yeah, and I love that. it makes Gacy look, psychotic, strong.
Yep. The
It also makes Dijak look strong in the sense that it isn't making him look weak by having Gacy laugh. It just makes him look psychotic.
or putting the trash can on Gacy and like beating the crap out of Gacy, and then Gacy just sitting up with the trash can on.
That was funny.
Underneath that trash can, he's just like this.
Yeah. I wonder.
And then
There was a spot in that match that I think we were taken aback by. I can't remember what it was.
Hang on. Then, of course, Dijak picking him up with the trash can on and, like, going to do something, and Gacy just runs at him with the trash can on his head, fully blind, bang, straight into him.
Yeah. That was a spot.
The table spot. So the table's set up out of the ring with all the toys and that on it.
Yes.
And Dijak goes for a springboard or something, he jumps up in that, goes jump on the rope, and Gacy just pushes him backwards, so instead of springing forward, he springs backwards into the table.
Yeah,
that was a holy shit moment.
It was a really, because I think as well, I don't know, I really think it was just a batshit insane match. Like, yeah, you can think putting toys on the table and going through it's goofy and funny and it's haha, look, toys, whereas maybe back in the early 2000s you'd have put thumbtacks on the table. But I still like
those toys weren't soft toys either. Those things hurt.
No. But I like the idea of Gacy going for toys rather than that.
I mean, it fits his character.
Exactly my point.
I mean,
what I can tell.
I mean, if you see someone with a bag of toys tipping them out on something, and they're looking like this the whole time, what are you going to do?
You're going to be like, what the fuck?
You'll be like, what the fuck is this guy up to?
And I do not want anything to.
And how far away from him can I get?
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like.
It was screw you guys. I'm going home.
I'm going home. Yeah.
Also, the duct tape.
That, yes.
Yep. Gacy putting the duct tape around Dijak's eyes so he couldn't see.
That was something that we were. The way he had to take it off.
Yeah.
It was just like, ooh.
That
isn't going to be a pleasant experience.
Try ripping tape off your arm. Or your legs.
Yep.
Now imagine ripping it off, covering your
around
eyebrows,
your eyes, and
back.
Your eyelids might get stuck to it, and
yeah.
Oh no.
Also points to Dijak for being able to hitting his finisher while not being able to see.
Yep, safely as well.
Yep, safely. And then of course, Gacy just rolling out of the way. He didn't even roll that far. Just far enough to be.
That was again really good, playing into the fact he couldn't see. I would like to see these guys run it back.
Same here, definitely.
And hopefully another no DQ match. Just let them fight.
Oh.
I quit match maybe.
And I do not think Gacy knows the words I quit.
Hey Gacy, what kind of match is this? I quit. You lose.
No, it'll be Gacy. What kind of match is this? A fun one.
Exactly. Do you want to get into our ratings?
Yep. I remember my rating for this. I rated this a 5 out of 5. This match was
I was the same.
Perfect.
I have not had that much fun watching a match in a long time. Yes, it's goofy. Yes, it's not the most beautiful piece of professional wrestling out there.
It was
just
fun.
A fun match, and that's our opinion. I want to say this clearly. We rate it highly because we both enjoyed it.
I mean, that was a match that had me literally on the edge of my seat, cracking up laughing at some spots, going holy shit with others. You know,
and have a
pinfalls
respect
1,
for the
2, like freaking. I literally got up out of my seat at one point and went, "What the fuck?" Because I thought that was it.
Really...
But no.
Yep.
So
yeah, I feel like that was.
Hang on a sec, honey.
What?
I need a hat temporarily.
Why do you need a hat temporarily?
I need a hat.
I'm confused.
Gotta get this boy a hat.
You'll understand in a minute.
Hat.
Hats off to them.
Indeed.
Alright.
Alright, moving on. The 6-person tag team match. I believe it was the.
Oh yeah, the
I can't
6-person.
remember the teams. I can't remember. It was the.
It was the D'Angelo family. Tony
That's the
D'Angelo,
other one.
Channing Stax Lorenzo, and Adriana Rizzo against
Yep.
QTM, Lucian Price, Bronco Numa, and Jada Parker with scripts.
Yep.
First of all,
So
before we get into the actual match, scripts. Like, why is he still going by that name? The character didn't work with the mask. I haven't seen anything with the character with the mask off, but once the mask's off, it shouldn't have been like, "Hey, that's Reggie!" But that's another thing I want to know from people. Should Scripts change his name back to Reggie, or do you like the name Scripts?
Scripts probably works in the context of what he's doing, in my opinion.
That is true. I do not.
Reggie.
Sorry. The only thing I remember from this match is the spot where they keep throwing each other into the people when the people were in the corner.
I don't even remember that.
That's all I remember.
It's weird how we really remember the previous match, like spots.
Yeah.
And like how fun it was.
It just
And
goes
then
to
go
show
this match, and
how
it's
good
just
that
like-
match was.
Right? Like, if we can remember, like, as soon as you mentioned the toy spots and the fact that, you know, the narrative of it and just the overall fun we had with it, the way we were both freaking out about it, then we moved to this match. I don't think we really said anything about this match throughout it. I
Yeah,
don't
no.
think there was a message sent throughout this match until the match ended. We went, oh, it was okay.
Yeah, I think this match was our lowest rated.
It was not.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I know it was. This was close to being our lowest rated, right?
Yes. I will say that. It was for sure.
So without...
It was our second lowest rated match.
So,
Sorry,
should we just reveal what our ratings were, since we can't really talk about the match?
We both rated it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5?
Yep. Because the 6-person match was in fact, a 6 out of 10. Which again, isn't a bad match, but like...
Yeah, 6 out of 10. Yeah, so wait, we rated...
It's average.
We rated it 1 point for each for each wrestler in the match.
Yeah. We did. It's like again, it's not a bad match. Most matches in NXT aren't bad matches. But
No.
It was just an average 6-person tag match.
So I believe the next match was the women's match. Did we rate that as 2 separate matches?
No.
Because it started off as a singles and turned into a triple threat.
No, I don't. I think we rated it all as one. Because
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, it
it's
was
the same
one
thing.
match.
Yeah.
So
I'm
the
trying to
only
remember
thing I remember
this.
is
Well,
Lola
yeah,
Vice coming
out.
down and basically cashing in the breakout tournament championship
Mid-match.
contract.
Seth Rollins style.
Yeah, turning a singles match into a triple threat match.
Yep.
Now
I can't remember who won it, which is pretty.
Lyra won. Lyra Valkyrie.
Yep. Now I remember.
The Lyra Valkyria. Sorry. Now that I gotta say, by memory, it was an enjoyable match. I just don't remember anything from it.
Again, we could just move straight to the ratings.
Yep. Yeah. So, like we were saying earlier, the Elimination Chamber, we're going to be reviewing it live
Sooner.
and basically giving our thoughts on the matches and then talking about it post show. Because it's morning. It starts at 10 a.m. in the morning for you, doesn't it?
So I don't have to worry about being up super duper late for the first time in ages, but that'll be a common occurrence anyway.
Yeah, I will probably get some sleep in that before it starts, because it starts at 11 p.m. my time.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Hey, it's reversed now.
Yeah!
For the first time ever. I have to be up at like 10 a.m. You're up at 11 p.m. The time I normally have to start watching the kickoff show.
Yep.
So,
but yeah,
the review on that will be better than these two shows.
Show. Yeah.
The show and the Royal Rumble, we barely remember anything from, because it was realistically nearly a month ago.
We were,
Rumble, and
yeah.
at least a week or two. It was 2 weeks ago for Vengeance.
Yeah. We were meant to do this last week, but unfortunately Kieran was sick. And of course, health comes first. But you're feeling...
Yeah, I still am, but I'm better.
Yeah. I mean, a week ago you had only just started getting sick and you were not... We were not going to do it when you were like... Yeah. But, what were our ratings?
So, our rating for this match would have been... I don't know who, but it would have been rated... It ended up being rated a 6.75.
Oh.
Which is quite high, considering we said it was enjoyable, but we don't remember anything. So there's surely... I guess that it was a good match, again, but I don't remember our ratings individually. I assume you would have probably rated it with the point whatever. I try to stick to 0.5 or whatever, because that's just how I am. I will, you know, if I want to rate something, I go point. I know if I want to rate it with a point, I go, for instance, 4.5, or I will go 4. Yeah, that was our ratings for that one. The next match.
Hang on a sec, Kieran.
You are.
But welcome in, Kitsune, and you finally got to change your name. Sweet. But yeah, welcome into our debut episode of the Double Countout.
Yes.
What was the next match? Next match is
Femi versus Lee, and it was all I'll say is that it was our lowest. I remember from this match is saying to you, it was boring me, because all it was is a bog standard David versus Goliath. Goliath is throwing around the smaller guy.
Not only that, it wasn't an exciting David versus Goliath match.
No.
I mean...
That's what I mean. It was just bog standard. I'm going to throw this, but the bigger man is going to dominate the smaller guy. And I got bored. I can't lie. I got very bored, and I actually stopped watching it. Not fully, but like I started looking at my phone. I did not want to...
Okay, so I'm just answering a message in chat. So over there on the other camera is Unstable Cyan. This is,
Hello.
Kieran. He is my co-host for this podcast, which we
Double Countout.
Yep. This is the debut episode.
Yep.
I think we've got... You said you could do 3 hours at the most, eh?
Yeah, we've got about an hour left, but we've got to talk about one last thing, I think, after this.
Yeah. But yeah.
Maybe two.
Yeah. You're 20, right?
21.
21. That's right. Yeah. He doesn't look it.
Nope.
Even he knows he doesn't look 21. I like to joke with him and say to him he looks younger every time I see him.
Damn.
Like, I'm sure...
One day I'll get on a call and I'll randomly look older and you'll go, what the hell happened to Cyan?
I'll be like, so... Finally, you look your age.
Finally!
Twitch... Just gotta ask if you're my Twitch son.
Finally, you look your age!
Yeah. You know, was it, shut your mouth and know your role? Shut your mouth and look your age! But that's a good question. I'd say more like a brother.
Huh?
Kitsune she asked, your Twitch son?
Wow. No.
I mean, I call someone mum who's like 4 or 5 years older than me. Yeah.
Each to their own. Anyway,
But
yeah, what were we saying about this match?
there was nothing interesting with it. I mean, Obifemi
I was
to
on my
me
phone,
is
like, during it.
just
I
a
really
good
got
guy.
lost.
I mean, yeah, Obifemi, how do I put this? Carly couldn't wrestle, but Carly... I'd have more fun watching Carly versus Ray.
Because Ray could, like, really go. Ray could get the most out of anyone.
He could. But I
there's a
don't
big
think I
point
could
in the
watch...
Ray...
Yeah, I don't think Ray could have got anything out of Obifemi yet.
No.
Couple of years from now, Obifemi could be... how do I put this? He could be really good in a couple of years. He's still green. But
Yep.
that match, no, that wasn't it.
Yeah, they didn't work well in the ring. The styles clashed in the wrong way. And it just, I genuinely did not enjoy it. And I think
Neither
that's
did
the
I.
only match on that show that wasn't good.
No.
I am tempted because I'm really looking back. No, I heavily disliked it. To lower my rating of it.
Oh, what are you rating it?
So it was currently rated by both of us a 4 out of 10.
That's in
I'm
total?
gonna change my rating because we rated the Logan match a 1 each, right?
Was it?
It was
Yeah.
a 2, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what do
I'm
you...
gonna rate this a 0.5 because I
Okay.
genuinely did not. At least the Logan match had me watching.
Okay, what did I rate it?
I don't know.
I'm going to say 1.
I think we both rated a 2.
I'm going to say a 1. Because you are right on that. I was being generous.
Yeah. I say 0.5, so it's a 1.5 out
Yep.
of 10 now.
So now we are...
I genuinely, it was the one match on that card that I was on my phone the entire time. Like, after the first, couple minutes, I was bored.
Yep.
Let me go check Twitter.
Yeah.
Go check Discord.
Exactly. There was nothing...
Nothing at all.
Nothing of substance.
I don't think I even saw the finish. Because I just did not care.
Neither.
And
I think
as a
I
wrestling
zoned
fan?
out.
yeah, as a wrestling fan, we want to be like what Gacy and Dijak did. We were
Yeah.
on the edge of our seats going, come on, I want this match to continue. But when it ends, I also want to be like, that was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. You want that match like that. The Dijak Gacy match could have gone on another hour, and we still would have been like. The Obifemi match could have gone another. The Femi Lee match could have gone
The
on
Obafemi
another
match
5
could've
minutes.
gone-
Could have gone.
on another, it could have gone on less minutes, and we would have still been like,
Like,
this is too long. This is
It-
too long.
It could have gone on another 5 minutes, and this would have been me.
It could have gone on for like 2 minutes less, and I would have still been on my phone.
Yeah.
I would have just been like, what the hell? Like, this is just boring me. End the match.
Sweet. So, shall we move on to the main event for that night?
The main event
Ilya
of the evening.
Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams with Carmelo Hayes.
For the NXT Championship.
This was the second time from the night that we had seen Trick Mello Gang out there. But this time it was only Trick wrestling with...
Actually, I do remember something from the first match.
What's that?
Mello took a spear.
Oh. Yeah. That's right.
Mello took a spear to save
Trick. That's right. Now, this match was... How do I put this? Fucking amazing. The storytelling in the match.
Match of the night.
Potential match of the year.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
The storytelling, the way that it moves, the like Mello going to attack Dragunov in that spot outside the ring and getting Trick. Looking like Trick was injured, and Trick, managing to kick out of pinfall after pinfall after pinfall. Moments that...
I was thinking it was over.
Yeah.
What was it? For instance, the finisher, and then going to the top, was it? And hitting the finisher, and we thought, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
And he kicked out, and it got us like, holy shit.
That freaking H-bomb from the top rope. Yeah, I thought, nah, this is it. There is no way. I was
why would he why would he go to the top if he's just gonna kick out?
Yeah. 1,
and then
2, kick out.
2 and 3, 2 and 3, like 2 and like 9/10.
Yeah, it was so fucking close.
Like, and he kicked out, and that crowd fully behind Trick.
Yep, definitely.
But also not hating on Ilya. Fully behind this match as a whole. They were whoop that Trick.
Yeah.
They were
whoop
chanting,
that
they were
Trick.
Screaming. Exactly. The whole match. And you know when you say, a match can a fan can make a good match great, and a great match a match of all time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened here. I think, as well as the performance and the story, the fans elevated it.
They definitely did. I mean, I don't think
that
if it
was actually phenomenal.
Yep, I don't think it wasn't for the fans that we could have rated that match as high as we did.
No,
because they took that match. They took that match. Say, here's the ceiling.
From here to here.
Here's the ceiling, right? They took the match from here to here.
Yeah,
they broke the ceiling.
This is NXT 101, though. Like, this is...
Yeah.
NXT will take your expectations... Like you just did. This is my expectations of that match. We're, like, up here, because obviously Ilya can put on really good matches.
Oh, hell yes. He is one of my favourite things about NXT.
Just going, you know what? We're going to put it up here now.
Yeah. It's like...
This is expectation. This is where NXT put it.
So you know how they say shatter that glass ceiling?
They not only shattered it...
NXT didn't shatter the glass ceiling. They went and found a titanium ceiling and smashed through it. They broke all expectations.
They not only shattered the ceiling, they shattered the atmosphere.
They shattered our rating system.
They did. Which could lead us into our rating system.
We didn't
I think
want...
we could also... before we get into that, post-match is also part of the rating, is it not?
That is correct, yes.
And the post-match, although was seen coming by a lot of people, including myself, knowing... and
I seen it too.
Knowing it would happen, was done to perfection.
It was done so well.
You did this.
Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah.
This is your fault. The fans. Fuck you, Mello.
Yeah.
Mello destroying the leg of Trick.
Exactly.
And then just sitting in the ring, absorbing it.
I've got to say, even though we knew it was coming, it
It was
still surprised me somehow.
yeah, of how well it was done.
I mean, I think it's the fact that Mello can, he's like, don't worry, you'll get him next time. You came so close in that, and consoled him in that. And I should have seen.
You see him go behind and just turn to him.
That's when I was
with
like,
a look on
okay.
his face.
Yep.
And you just know it's because you hear the fans who go, no, no.
And then it happens, and it's like
a single turn of fuck you.
We were hoping. Well, I was hoping that we would have been wrong. But don't get me wrong. If we had been wrong and there hadn't been a turn, that match still would have got the rating it got.
Oh, 100%.
And like I said, it broke our rating scale.
It.
Yeah, it broke our rating scale. It is something that we didn't want to do in the first episode. But before we do that, Kitsune has just asked a question.
Okay.
Kitsune has asked who our favourite wrestlers are. Mine is Sting.
Mine is John Moxley.
Yeah, we are going to be talking about Sting soon because Sting is going to have his retirement match at
I'll let you,
the next AEW
over that
show thing.
Because you'll probably be better suited because you probably followed Sting's career better than I have.
You loved The Undertaker? Oh, Undertaker was an amazing wrestler. Yep. Absolutely loved Undertaker's matches. Did not like the fact that his streak got broken. When it got broken.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But back to the ratings for the match.
Would you like me to read out the rating?
I remember these ratings. But you can read them out if you want.
Me too. Both myself and Rex rated this a 6 out of 5, leading it to be a 12 out of 10.
This is what I meant. Yeah, this is what I meant by it broke our rating scale.
Which is not going to happen to every match.
Or every show.
Honestly, that Gacy match, we had to rate it higher than that.
Yeah, we could not...
We loved that match.
We couldn't...
I would personally say my favourite match is still that. But just for the simple fact of the performance in the main event, it is better. We
couldn't drop the Gacy match to a 4 or 4.5 to put that match as a 5. So we did the only other thing we could do. We broke the scale.
We did. We broke the scale like they broke the glass ceiling.
Like I said, they broke the titanium ceiling.
And then the atmosphere. And then the atmosphere above that.
They shattered everything.
They shattered not only the glass ceiling, the titanium ceiling, the atmosphere. I think they shattered expectations.
Oh, definitely. So do you want me to...
I know people expect, it's going to be a good match, but I don't think anyone expected the storytelling to be that good.
No, that level of storytelling, oh my god. Please, more of that.
That, for me, is what I really hope we get in the main event of WrestleMania.
So, should I give the total ratings overall for the show? So, there was 6 matches on the show. So, it is a rating out of 60. And it was a 43 out of 60.
Which, that beats the Rumble, doesn't it?
The Rumble was only out of 40.
Yeah, but
because there are only 4 matches.
If we go on average of what we rated the other matches, that will beat the Rumble.
Yeah, I believe it would.
Without,
But hold on, I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
I just need to grab another drink.
All good. Wait, I will catch up on SmackDown while I am here.
Oh,
Okay.
hang on.
Are
For a second, I thought you had
ready
gone.
to find something out? Logan Paul is in the chamber.
He is.
Yep, I'm looking at things.
Hold up a sec. I need to do something. I am doing what you just said to do now, Kitsune.
But yes, Logan is in the chamber.
I did not think Logan would be going into the chamber.
Naomi has gotten a new entrance theme.
Oh?
And I believe Kevin Owens is also in the chamber. So that means for the Elimination Chamber, the men's Elimination Chamber match, winner faces Seth freaking Rollins, will be Kevin Owens versus LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley versus Logan Paul.
Hold up a second, Kieran. But Kitsune, thank you for that donation.
Oh,
Thank you.
I do apologize.
I don't know if
delaying.
fees have taken some of it out, but what's it near the $4.33? Thank you. I greatly. It could also be because of currency changes. But yeah, thank you for the $4.33 New Zealand. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep, it was fees. I'm looking at it now. It took some
Right.
fees out. It's all good. Yeah, it says here $5 New Zealand, but the PayPal would have taken some fees.
Are you ready to talk about Sting?
Should we both talk about him? Because, like, I've been watching him since I was a
talk
kid.
briefly about,
But there's a
because
lot
I
of
haven't really followed Sting's career.
yeah, there's a lot of his career that I missed out on because we didn't get TNA here, so we missed out on basically from once
I never
WCW
watched
left.
TNA when he was in it. I never watched TNA when he was in it.
Yeah,
The only TNA I think I ever watched, realistically, was when Beer Money broke up.
yeah, we got some TNA
Storm and
pay-per-views,
Brood.
and then we got TNA during the Aces and Eights era.
Which is a really good era.
It was.
Bully Ray. Anderson. That's another one.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think where we start. I mean, we could start with the current feud and the match that's gonna take place.
So the current feud between
What is
Darby
your thoughts?
and Sting against Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
What are your thoughts?
I will get to my thoughts on that in a second, but first, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. They're going by the names Matthew and Nicholas because they want to sound more professional in like their role. Meanwhile, the CEO of WWE is called Nick, not Nicholas.
Yep.
Frickin' the CEO of AEW himself is Tony, not
Nick.
Anthony.
Not Tony. Yep, my bad.
Yeah, because I believe his actual name is Anthony Khan. So, Triple H is the CCO, and because
Chief
Tony
Creative
Storm,
Officer, isn't it?
Paul Triple H Levesque is the CCO, Chief Creative Officer, or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, going into that feud with Sting, I believe by memory it was Sting's request that the Young Bucks be his final match.
That is, for me, surprising.
I think he enjoyed working with them when he worked with them, and he knows they're safe. They do a lot of.
Thought that he would have wanted to face Darby.
I could have seen that too, but he wants to team with Darby. I don't think he wants to have turn Darby heel. Yeah, because for a final match, it needs to be a heel.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to have a heel. You could have two people that respect each other.
Yeah, I mean...
Shawn Michaels.
But at the end of the day, you're still going to get people booing whoever was facing Sting.
People wouldn't boo Darby.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would, but I don't think the whole arena would boo Darby. He's too popular. But yeah, I get the choice.
Hello.
What?
Oh, hold up a sec.
Hello.
Yep. Right. So with the Sting match, or with the current feud, what's your opinions on the way it's going, and the actual direction of the Bucks and their behaviors and their characters?
So, first of all, I'm an idiot, and when I unmuted Discord, I forgot to unmute the OBS. So, luckily I hadn't really said anything of substance, just that I can edit out the phone call.
Okay.
But, going on to that match and that, the fact that I don't get to actually see much AEW kind of sucks, because I don't have much of an opinion going into it. However, seeing what I have seen in that, I've got to say I love the fact that Matthew and Nicholas are leaning in to the whole EVP shtick, and like how people said they should have been in that, and they've basically taken what the IWC have said and are using the IWC's own stuff against them, basically.
Yep.
I still haven't...
IWC being the Internet Wrestling Community.
Yep.
To clarify for those that don't know what we mean by that.
I still haven't seen the beatdown they did last week. I seen the interview afterwards when they were covered in the blood in that, but I haven't seen the actual beatdown.
I would say watch the beatdown.
Yep, I am going to do that later. I should have watched it beforehand so I could have talked more about it, but just got so busy
I mean, I don't know. I guess I have to kind of be the one to talk about it. From what I remember, of course, Sting, Darby win the titles. Sting's two sons get in the ring. The Bucks come down with dressed in all white with white baseball bats, considering Darby and Sting wear basically all black. So it's kind of going off of that theme. And they beat the ever-living shit out of Sting and Sting's sons. Darby gets busted open somewhere along this. I can't remember what bust Darby open. And yeah, they just get covered. But they lay out Sting and Sting's actual sons in the middle of the ring, and obviously Darby as well. Which leads me to believe we are not going to see Sting until this retirement match.
That makes sense. Revelation, right?
Safe, considering Sting is an absolute nut job. He will jump off of things that he should not be jumping off at his age.
I don't remember him doing this stuff when I watched him in the 90s.
He's just nuts. He's insane. Quite honestly, he's crazy, and I think what it is, I mean, Darby can't be helping this.
No, definitely not. I don't recall him doing this stuff in the TNA matches I've seen of him. He definitely didn't do it in his WWE matches.
No, he didn't get to do shit in WWE. He had to retire.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, Sting!
But-
I mean, now it's, hey, Sting, do you want to haul your 60-year-old carcass up that ladder and jump off it onto a
I
table?
believe they jumped off a balcony
Yep.
in the most recent match that they had to win the titles. Which you
Yeah,
they
he
would
did.
do,
He did.
Considering
I remember seeing
yeah,
a video of that.
Considering the fact that his retirement match is coming up in less than a month now, or around a month.
Have you got any way to watch that match?
No.
Oh, I've got to find out if I can find a way to watch it. Might have to
I
get Fight TV.
Probably could. I probably could buy the pay-per-view because it is an important thing, but like, you'd think that, you know, Sting would not do it
Yeah.
to keep his body safe
Do you know what I wish they would
ahead
do?
of his retirement match, and then go nuts in that match, maybe.
It was All In that was in London, right? Or was it All Out?
So?
Yeah, All In. Oh, yeah, or was it? It was either All In or All Out.
It was All In.
All
Out
In?
was, yeah.
Yeah. So that match,
I know
that
what you
show, aired for
Yep.
free here live.
Yeah.
On ESPN.
Yep.
So, yeah, and that's the only AEW one that aired free live. All Out aired free 2 months later.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else to talk about?
I was gonna say, I guess it's not really something I can really say too much, but the firing of the TNA,
Oh, of Scott D'Amore.
yeah,
Worst decision ever.
why? Why would you fire him? Like, the company's on the rise again, no?
Yeah, thanks to him.
Exactly. He's been with them for...
The company was...
Dead and buried.
How do I put this? They were
Dead and
swimming...
buried.
Yeah. Or swimming in shallow water with fresh shit in it. They were drowning
Yeah.
in shit.
Yep.
He got them out of that pool of shit.
Not only did he get them out,
Cleaned them off. Freaking got them up to higher ground.
made
Freaking
them safe.
yeah. Put a
their
barricade around them to keep
defences.
them safe.
Yep, built their defenses.
Built them an entire new house. Gave them warmth and
Great.
food.
Gave them the comfort of their, I guess, if we're going off of this, their old belongings.
Yeah.
TNA, the old name, the old brand, the old
Yep.
reliable. You know, the golden era of that company was when it was TNA.
Yeah.
You
And
think, whoever called it Impact, you always call it TNA.
exactly.
And how's he been thanked for all of this?
That cliff
Yeah, we
that
don't
he
need you anymore.
that cliff
Fuck
that
off.
he put them up on to protect them. They pushed
Yep.
them off it.
Yep. From what I've heard, I guess the only source that I can really go off of here is I saw it in a Cultaholic title. The TNA roster are revolting, or are outraged
Yes.
by...
Revolting as an outrage, not revolting as in disgusting. They've been tweeting about it and that. And yeah, they are not happy.
Good. If
Hope-
if anyone has the power to say, we do not want to help these people that have fired someone that has helped us get to a position where we are safe, we do not have to worry about, are we gonna have a job tomorrow because funding is shit,
Yeah.
and
Imagine
you're just gonna push them off the cliff. For
What-
what reason?
what would happen if the entire TNA locker room decided to just not show up to the next tapings?
That wouldn't be a show.
Exactly.
They're not gonna. They can't fire everyone for that. Because
Yeah.
nobody else will sign there. They are standing up for someone that
I
has
mean-
been with the company going on over a decade.
Well over a decade. He was part of Team Canada in the early 2000s.
So near 20 years?
Yeah,
20 wasn't it 04?
I believe so.
20 years he has been with that company for them to just say, get out.
Yeah, Scott, let's be
It's
honest.
beyond me.
Let's be honest. Scott D'Amore could create a new wrestling company and he'd have a roster like that.
He could put a wrestling ring up in the middle of the field, call up a few of the TNA guys, say, leave that, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
We'll make our own show. And he'd still get viewers for it.
Yeah. He could also call it, and this is a dig at Jim Cornette, so yeah, if he was to have it in the field and that, he could call the show Outlaw Mud Show. And it would sell out.
Yep. It would.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore is
I-
just that good.
Do not get why you would ever fire him. And I'm gonna say this, I don't watch too much TNA, but when I heard that, and I thought he was passionate not only
Also,
about the business,
hang-
the company.
Yeah, hang on a sec. I just seen Katsuna's message from before. Yep, Shawn Michaels is still alive. Michaels was sick.
When?
I don't know, but Michaels has been running NXT.
Yeah.
Which brings me to something I just want to quickly talk about. Ask you. Ava Raine as NXT GM.
No thanks.
She only got the role because of who her father is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, press conference.
Oh! Yes.
Cody Crybabies won.
The Rock
According
Zero.
to what The Rock calls them. Now, I want to make this clear. I think this was a work all along now. Cody was always meant to win the Rumble. This was their way. Bring The Rock back. We're not going to get The Rock to naturally turn heel here, right? The only way we can do this is to make The Rock look
Like an asshole.
an
Yeah.
asshole. Make him look like he is going to steal Cody's moment. Make the fans revolt. WWE will know exactly what the hell they are doing. The instant they changed it, the instant that it worked, and they changed it back. If Rock did not want them to change that main event, he is well in his power is enough for them to not be able to change that match. If he wants to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, damn well he will.
Yeah,
That's why I
exactly.
think it is the plan all along was to have Cody Rhodes face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
So, I have a question about the Cody Crybabies, as Rock calls them.
Okay.
He said that for every 10 tweets they send, they're shoving a chicken McNugget in their mouth. For every 20 tweets they send, they're shoving 2 McNuggets up their ass. Does that mean for every 20, since 20 is a multiple of 10, that they're shoving 1 in their mouth and 2 up their ass?
Didn't Cody say something about that?
Yeah, I've got a question. What are we meant to do with the nuggets?
Exactly. Like, are I meant to shove them here or?
Yeah, but I did
also-
laugh at Pat McAfee sinking down into his chair and like being
I
real
love
quiet.
that.
Being real quiet.
Yeah,
He's like,
I didn't expect this.
I don't know. He's just like,
Pat McAfee is actually great.
he is.
They could turn him heel now, and I'd still be like, he's just great.
He was heel when he debuted in NXT.
Yeah.
He even had a heel faction.
Speaking of the press conference, the promo that obviously led to Rock officially turning heel. I say officially with quotations because I think after the Cody Crybaby incident, you could argue he was officially heel. But on WWE television, that is an official.
Yes, so that was the promo where Cody was as well, like.
I will need to BRB. Okay. Bad.
Sweet, I'll wait till you get back before I talk about that. But how was everyone doing?
Being a menace in the background.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, hey, Kieran. Welcome in.
Hey, Kieran.
Shrimp Alfredo.
Of course you had to choose that as a username, Kieran.
Shrimp Alfredo, But yeah, how are you doing?
Sorry.
Oh, you said you're good. What are you up to?
Yeah. The boy is back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Unstable Cyan. You just woke up?
I do apologize.
I'm sorry
Damn.
I can't eat my bag of nuts.
I do apologize. Continue where you left off about the press conference.
And not in the sentence you guys think.
So Cody was saying, like, the promo and that about, like, the whole head of the table thing. Like, basically,
this is bullshit. Was
Yeah.
the first thing I heard.
yeah, and
You hear, obviously it's blurred, bleeped out. This is bullshit, and the fans go mental.
exactly.
For it. They love it.
But I love the part when he asked them basically what was the point in them fighting over who's the head of the table when neither of them have been doing the cooking for the last 2 years.
It's true though.
Leg.
If anyone.
What?
Leg.
Leg!
Yeah.
Leg!
It is very true
That
though.
one leg.
The fact that neither of them have really been there around for the majority. I mean, The Rock's shown up and called someone. It's
You are
jabroni.
an asshole. You are an asshole. That's.
Oh, he's called someone. He's called someone a jabroni and he's gonna whoop their candy ass, right?
Yeah.
He's come back. He's done that. Been haha. Look, I'm babyface Rock. Cheer me, cheer me. Roman's been there for the past 2 years, and he's done nothing.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me. But I'm not here like 99% of the time.
So I have a question.
Okay.
And that is, what do you think of The Rock as a heel?
I think
It doesn't matter what you think!
Fuck you. I shouldn't have fallen for that.
I had to do that.
You did. Yeah. We'll just cut that one out in post, okay? Future Rex?
So keep that one in? Yep.
No, I said take that one out.
Now we gotta keep that one in.
Yes, Stable Cyan says.
Um.
Because that's the bottom line. Because Cyan said so.
So
But yeah, I genuinely feel that this is bullshit, and what you just said about the cooking.
yeah,
That was 2 great lines.
and then
I like the realism.
What?
I like the way they went for realism.
yeah, And Cody was right when he said on Raw that Rock needs to listen. Because he didn't say anything bad about their family. He said they would be ashamed of Roman. That's not saying anything bad.
No. I think that how right, so Rock and Roman are now the heels, right? I was saying it just a minute ago. I like the realism of it. When you disrespect one of us, you disrespect all of us. Even if it's not disrespect to the family, Roman is family. If you disrespect Roman...
Exactly. I just sent you a message, by the way.
Yeah, I saw. I'll just reply in voice. No, we're good. For a bit.
Sweet. Well, we've got what? We've got like 12 minutes. I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bit more than 12.
This might be the last topic. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you attack one of us, you attack all of us. I get that with The Rock and where, as a heel, he's coming from as well. Your grandfather and your grandfather would be ashamed of you is very much, oh, you brought family into this. Screw you. Although Roman did the same.
Exactly. Oh.
And I love the way Seth gets involved and says, there's no need to be a prick.
Like, Seth getting involved in being like, there's only one man who is equipped to be your shield.
That was sick. But like, the not. I mean, at the press conference, he gets involved, and he says, you know, when Roman says like, you're embarrassing your family, you're embarrassing your father, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Roman says to Cody.
I believe so.
And then, obviously, Cody was in the middle of saying something, stopped saying it, and then you just hear Seth go, alright, there's no need to be a prick.
Yeah, I might have missed that part.
The realism of they're not holding back on swearing in these press conferences or whatever, these press events. I want more of that. Because it makes it feel more real to not just fans, but people that aren't watching the product.
Exactly,
if you can make people that are coming in go, the hell is this? Especially with the partnership with the UFC, or you know, as a TKO, they might go for more of that realism. I mean, you've got at the end there the effings and blindings or whatever. I like that.
Exactly.
I like that when Rock hit Cody with a slap heard around the world. Most electrifying slap in sports entertainment.
Yeah.
He hit him with that slap.
I did miss a fair bit because I had to go do shopping while the press conference was on.
Did you not see this part?
I seen the slap in that, and I seen afterwards CM Punk talking about it and that. And like as he's talking, and you just see Rock turn and look at him like,
"You want some of this? I'll give it to you."
It's like,
I really
this
think
guy
they're sowing the seeds. Are they sowing the seeds for CM Punk versus The Rock at some point?
Oh, CM Punk and The Rock running it back.
But this time because Rock stole his main event. Rock could steal it next year.
That is possible.
They won't build Rock Roman for another year.
Or I can see, I mean, Rock can cost Roman. If they do Cody Roman on night one of WrestleMania, have Rock cost...
No, it has to be night 2.
You reckon?
Roman and Cody has to go night 2. It is the world title, for one. 2, it is over year-long build of a story. The Rock and Roman, you can argue, is longer. family relation, whatever, right? But
Oh,
the fans want this match. If the other match goes on night 2,
it's Backlash after Mania, right?
I don't know.
By memory. Okay, then Rock costs Roman the match at Mania. Roman loses the title. Roman wants revenge, challenges Rock at Backlash.
No, it won't be done. They'll wait for Mania.
You reckon Mania?
That
No,
match-
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam's too small. That's saying something. You can't really have. It's like saying having John Cena versus The Rock at SummerSlam. You couldn't do it.
That is
This
true.
is probably the one time that they can do this match. They're gonna have to do it next year.
So we get another year-long build-up.
Cody will have a rematch with Roman at SummerSlam, where I reckon Roman fails. Solo then becomes the tribal chief, kicking Roman out.
Yeah, because it's the elders that appoint the tribal chief, right?
Yeah, but he's the tribal heir.
Yeah, but wasn't it Roman that appointed him the tribal heir?
At the elders' request, maybe?
See, we don't know on that one.
Maybe, but then again, they might have just done it because Roman is the tribal chief. What he says goes.
Yeah. Until the elders
So-
go, nope.
Exactly. You know? And when they say to Solo, kick him to the curb, when he loses everything,
Yeah.
and he gets kicked to the curb by Solo, thus turning Solo possibly face.
Yeah. Also, have you noticed something with Roman Reigns?
Go on.
Do me a favor. Name one person that Roman attacked to break up their team.
I mean, did he not shove Sammy and push him over the edge?
He didn't attack Sammy though. He didn't. He was.
Shoved him? I consider that an attack.
Yeah, but it wasn't so much as this is going to break the team up. You know, this is kicking you out. It wasn't until Sammy hit him with the chair that he was out of the bloodline. Roman has bullied people in that around, especially in the bloodline, but he's never actually excommunicated someone himself.
Nope. There's always been the others.
Yeah, Seth attacked Roman to break up the Shield. Jimmy attacked Roman. Jay attacked Roman. Sammy attacked Roman. Who else? There was another one. But yeah.
Hold on. Ambrose? No.
No. Ambrose attacked Seth because that was
Yeah, I remember
when.
that. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think because there is another one, isn't there? Right, so let's go through it again. Shield was the first team he was in that would have broken up.
Yep.
And then he went to Solo, but like Solo competition, I mean, not Solo Sokoa, for quite a few years.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to remember. I mean, if we can't remember that one and it was clearly insignificant, it might have just been like a one-time team up or something.
Was it Jericho? No.
No, it wasn't Jericho.
What year was it in?
I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure there was another one. But, I mean, we could both be wrong and we could have got them all.
I don't think there is another one. That's the thing. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think. Like, Roman's only really had two stables: Shield, Bloodline.
Yeah.
But Hmm. Oh, are you thinking Jimmy? Originally? Super kicked Roman first, and then Jay did it? But
No,
then
I've
Roman,
counted them. I counted Jimmy.
No, you said Jay, didn't you?
No, I said Jimmy, then Jay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know them. But like, yeah, this press conference, adding more realism, really, I think, adds to it.
I mean, I will admit I was confused to why the WrestleMania kickoff, because they said kickoff, was 2 months before WrestleMania. Yeah, if they had said WrestleMania press conference,
yep,
then that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything else that we need to talk about tonight.
I'm just trying to think, is there... There was one other thing we were gonna talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
I will see if I've got it on the list here.
We talked about the WrestleMania thing. I guess we could do, do we know the card for the Chamber now?
Not the entire card, I don't think. We could talk about that before the show actually goes live next week. Rollins and Punk's injuries was another thing.
Yeah.
Which we basically did bring up, Punk's injury and the tricep and that.
Actually, I forgot to mention this. It was nice to see Big E.
Oh yes, it was, definitely.
We forgot to mention that. I saw Big E and I popped. I was happy.
Anytime you get to see Big E is good. That man.
Yeah.
It sucks that his career's basically been cut short.
Well, we don't know for certain.
He did say a while ago that he wouldn't be coming back, and then all of a sudden again it's like, is he coming back or not?
I think he even said like he doesn't want to rush things. I think is more the point. He might, he ain't gonna rush. If I guess he's still young as well. Like if he comes back too soon, then it fucks him up for life completely, right? He has to live his whole... I don't know exactly how old he is, but I know he isn't old.
Nah, he's not.
So he's gonna take his time and make sure he gets the all A-OK.
Exactly. Hang on, I'm just looking up how old he is. Big, not Bug E. Not Biff E. Yep. He's 37.
That's not that old.
No, it's not. Also, enjoy your lurk, Caden.
Yes. Did you see the AEW pay-per-view announcement?
No.
I don't know what I can't remember what it's exactly called, but it's being held in Boston.
Ah, yep. Oh, that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely the debut of Mercedes Moné.
That's exactly what I was going to lead into. What are your thoughts on her as a performer? Because I have I guess a hot take. I would assume.
I enjoyed watching her stuff in WWE. Haven't had a chance to watch her outside of WWE, and sometimes people get a lot better when they're outside, or sometimes that creative direction in WWE is what they needed, and they're a lot worse outside. So I need to see how she is outside of WWE to form any opinions on her now. I see that she's kept basically the same character.
Oh my god!
I've seen her debut, and hang on.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
The Rock. This is a caption. I could be wrong. The Rock is a member of the Bloodline.
That makes sense.
It does, but like, what? It's like less than 2 weeks ago, he was acting as if he wanted to beat the shit out of Roman. Also, The Rock's gear. Like, I don't know if you can check Twitter.
I will check after.
But yeah, what were you saying? Sorry, I just saw that. I was like, wait, what?
I can't.
Apparently, he's officially a member now.
I can't remember, but I did just message you.
Okay.
We are hitting. We've got like a minute and a half before we hit the 3-hour mark.
Mhm.
So should we do our goodbyes and everything?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, unfortunately, because like you said, you can't do more than 3 hours tonight, and it is also my 7-year stream anniversary, and we're going to be switching to playing a game soon.
Sick. Mhm.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the debut episode.
Yeah. Do we
Sorry.
have any idea when the next one will be?
Technically, next weekend when we're streaming for the Elimination
Reactions?
Chamber reactions.
For the like an actual full-on episode?
Actual full-on episode. Should we aim for the week after the CPW show? CPW show is the 2nd of March. So 7 days after that is the 9th.
Yeah.
9th of March.
Is a
Saturday.
yeah.
We will 2 p.m. my time, 1 a.m. your time, or same time as today's.
Same time would probably be better.
Yep.
Because then I'm not up till like 5 a.m.
That is fair enough.
Alright.
Sweet, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the debut episode.